that I should put something on my big forehead, and I was like, I'm gonna put it on my big ass. Is what I told him.
Yes, fat juicy ass.
That fat juicy and what? And I was like, and then
crooked, but you know.
He responded. He goes, the one you paid for, and I said, the one your daddy paid for. Oh. Never too shy.
Pew, pew, pew.
And for the record, I just want to say that I know that I'm always wearing this damn vest in the videos. This is a new vest. It's new.
Listen, I think we found Paulina's signature look.
Vests.
I think it's a vest.
I
think people should sponsor every color vest for you.
I will wear every color.
I think you would rock every single color.
Give me all the vests. I ordered one in green today, olive. She's
I love
coming.
olive green touches.
I got her from you. Like
yes,
you recommended this one.
We don't gatekeep around here.
No, we don't.
If you want the link, let me know.
Amazon.
I got you.
Amazon storefront.
Amazon storefront, baby girl.
Get your commission, girl.
Baby boy.
Girl.
So yeah.
Get you one.
I'm
it's
Paulina.
A chicken salad. I'm Tati.
Producer Marco's here.
Hi guys.
And we're back. Another episode.
Can I say I jinxed myself the last episode, though?
Why?
I want to start off hot with that. The last episode, I was asked what my stress level was, and I said, I'm at a 7, actually. Things have been good. Like, I think I'm handling well. I don't want to jinx myself, and I freaking jinxed myself. I am jinxed.
Because you walked in and said, it's been a day.
It's been a day.
Unpack
when I
this.
say, like, everything is ba 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 hitting me in the face at once,
God.
like, kablam, it's hitting me. It's like, it's a lot. I don't want to bore people, but it's like work stuff, dance stuff, family stuff, dissertation stuff, deadlines, more deadlines. I'm planning 2 events. They're happening on the same day this week.
Whoa.
It's International Women's History Month, so that's my jam. So because I did my 1-year talk with Tati, I like have an event, and it's like a painting event. And so women are going to, when you watch this, it happened. I bet it's going to be great.
It was so great.
Women are either going to paint themselves, like a self-portrait, or bring a picture and paint a woman that they admire. It could be somebody alive, dead, whoever. And I have an artist, like an art teacher coming in to help people facilitate that. So I'm doing that. But then earlier in the day, I'm hosting a young women's retreat with like senior girls where I work. And we're going to talk all about your brand and what you bring into the world and what you want to bring in the world after high school. What do you already bring to the world? And we're going to do some makeup talk. We're going to talk about self-confidence, body language, and then we're going to have a nice, like, sponsored lunch in West Loop. Shout out to Time Out Market. So it's just going to be a day. So planning that, budgeting, money, putting together the goodie bags, getting sponsors, paying for things myself, making sure we have a bus, making sure the room's reserved. And then
it's a lot.
And then the studio, and then buying all the like appetizers, and then all the supplies for the paint, and it's just a lot.
So this event happened when?
It's gonna happen tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow as in March.
As in March 7th, Friday, March 7th.
And they're 2 events back to back.
Back to back. One's during the school day, and the other one's from 5 to 8.
See, people don't understand this about event planning, and people, I mean me, is that it's a lot of fucking work.
You are doing budgeting, you're doing finance, you're a spokesperson, you're a lawyer, you're a communications expert, you're in marketing, you're all the things. And you have to do it with a smile.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Because again, like the what I'm doing, I'm not getting paid for anything. Like I'm not doing it because I'm getting a bag, I'm getting a I don't do it for that. Right. I don't do it for like clout or none of that. I do it because it makes me happy seeing these girls happy, these women happy. That truly brings me joy.
I love that.
So I'm going to do it again and again and again.
Yes,
but it's just like this 1 week, there's just jam-packed stuff. I have a deadline on Wednesday for like PhD stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I love this. And you're already busy, so I'm sure that your head is super in your ass these days.
So my stress level is 1,037 out of 10.
Yes. But you know what? When the event's over, you're going to feel that relief.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. It's going to be an amazing feeling. You got this, Chicago, is what I always say to people. You got this. And I'm excited for you. I love that you're doing it. Yes, my shades.
Tell me I got this again.
Hey, you got this, Chicago.
What the hell just happened?
They look good on you.
I know.
Cute.
Should I wear them the whole episode?
Yeah, but don't take them, though. Those are my only pair.
No, I would never.
The what?
Hater blockers.
They are my hater blockers.
We're going to talk about all of that.
I love it. So are we going to start off with
our chest?
Say it with your chest.
Yeah, I could go first.
I would love that.
So we touched on this the last episode where we talked about people's feelings and emotions and moving with emotion and this debate of like men think logically, women think with their emotions. So my say it with your chest is feelings cause problems, emotions don't.
Feelings cause problems, emotions don't.
The reason why I say that is because it's people's feelings that get in the way of people really understanding them and getting their message across. Like, it's hard for you to get your message across if I'm only feeling your feelings and not truly what you want to say, if that makes sense.
I see. Okay. Interesting.
So,
and
yeah.
we're going to obviously dive into that as well today.
For sure. So that's my say with your chest. Feelings cause problems.
Feelings
not
cause problems.
Emotions.
I love that. Speaking of feelings causing problems, my say with my chest today is very simple. It is opposites attract. Opposites attract. So as you guys know, I am Miss ADD. I've been diagnosed by my psychiatrist. This was years ago. I'm very aware. I used to think I was ADHD, but I was like, okay, I'm not that like hyperactive though. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't really know. I'm not going to even say that's what it means. I mean, that's one of the characteristics. I'm not like, I'm no longer practicing doctor. Like that was my, that was a couple of years ago. Yeah, I'm no longer practicing, but I'm not going to like say like that just because you're, ADHD or this, I don't know. But my doctor told me I'm ADD. We've talked about this. I've been prescribed stuff in the past. So I realized that opposites really do fucking attract because my husband is opposite of me, which we already know that, but he's so OCD and I'm like in my feelings because I just feel like our brains work so different, dude. And he's OCD. I mean, he's organized. Like he's walking around the house. He was cooking on bondigas right now. I'm very grateful for that because I was supposed to cook and he kind of took over. He did dishes. The next thing I turn around, I go take a piss. I come out. He's got the broom out. I'm like, he gets frustrated with me because I don't move like that. And it's not because I'm lazy. I just, my brain genuinely like won't let me move like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'll be like, okay, I'll look at it like, oh, dishes. I'm going to do dishes. And then look, squirrel. I look over there. And then, oh, the dog's outside again. Oh, the baby's behind me. Oh, the baby's got, Benzel's toy in her mouth. Like, it's just like something always going on. And maybe it's the mom in me, but I feel like it's just the ADD in me. And I'm always distracted. I'm like, how are you able to like peacefully cook? And maybe it's not that peaceful. Maybe his head is going crazy. But how are you able to cook? And then you're doing dishes and then you're vacuuming this. I'm like, oh my God. Like every time I turn around, he's doing something different. And I truly think thank God that opposites attract because I am the complete opposite and I get that shit done, but it's just not that quick or in that order.
It takes you longer. There's distractions.
And I don't think it's done. Like, I'm not gonna say it's not
the
my fault.
The end goal is the same. It's just the way you get there.
I just don't think it's my fault. I don't want to be like, I'm his victim. Like, I don't think it's my fault. Right. But I look at it like, okay, bro, like I think our brains are just truly wired different. That's my say with my chest. Our brains are wired different. Opposites attract, and the albondigas is cooking, and the bottles are getting washed for the baby. It's just, everything is just happening at once, and it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ADD cuties.
Shout out to the ADD cuties. I love that.
We're out here.
Baddies.
ADD baddies.
We little
ADD
baddies.
ADD. I mean, I don't know what I am. Again, I'm sure if I went to therapy, I'd be a lot of things. But until then,
right now she's perfect. But
no, definitely no. I'm not. Even more so because I'm not going to therapy because I'm scared.
I know. You make me so mad.
Like I talked about it. It's not that I'm scared. It's just like I don't half-ass anything, and I personally don't think right now in my life I would be able to continuously, routinely go to therapy and put the work in to do whatever I have to do to be better. Maybe in a year I can. I keep saying this. Next year, once I'm done with this PhD,
it's over for you.
Over for you, host.
Emotionally, physically, mentally, socially, spiritually. Like, I'm going to be so much better. Dr. Torres will be reformed. I just don't have time to like be a good person inside right now. Like
she's a shitty person.
don't right now. I'm probably a shitty person. I'm eating like crap. I'm doing all the things because I'm so focused on this one area. But I could recognize that. Like I'm gonna get my life together in all the other ways after I'm a doctor.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, we're
I like
self-aware.
it. I was gonna say you're so self-aware, but I
Self-aware
wish
queen.
you take your self-aware ass to a therapist.
I probably should.
And she would not only help you unpack a lot, but she would give you the tools to succeed even more.
Probably.
Like you're already successful, but she would really give you the tools.
Is there a therapist
that
that wants to sponsor me?
Oh my god,
Is that a thing?
BetterHelp.com.
I used to work with them. BetterHelp.com/Pauline. I can't remember my code. I had a code.
Yeah. But that kind of goes into our topic for today.
Hold on, I want to hear producer Marco.
You're not going to close it with your chest?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep doing this.
New season, we doing it different?
It's like every time I forget.
Yeah, he closed. That's what I was saying, Marco. You close it with your
Producer Marco,
chest.
you're going to close with your chest.
It just adds
so much
that.
pressure.
I know you hate when I do this.
So much pressure.
You know, it just puts it together.
Mine's
I
too
love it.
logical for you guys, though.
Oh God. Okay, so let's get into that. Okay, period. So this episode we're gonna talk logic versus emotion, and I think we need to start with talking about emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay. Emotional intelligence is what I think, kind of going back to my my say it with your chest. It's about, I wrote it down. It's about knowing how to say things correctly in the right manner and make sure the delivery gets people to get the message and not your feelings. I think that's emotional intelligence. Knowing how to get your point across.
Delivery, you're saying.
It's all delivery and understanding how to get your words out, how to express yourself.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Part of it, yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more because, yes, if we're going to give an example, right? If I want to tell you, Tati, like, that you... I don't know. You
should
hurt
go to
me
therapy?
with something. Well, yeah, you should go to therapy, but that like you hurt my feelings, or I think you're just like a mean, rude person, right? Let's just say that's the point I'm trying to get to you. Like you're so mean and rude with the situation that happened. If I went to you and was like, "You're so fucking rude," and I'm like emotional about it, right? And I'm hysterical, and I'm just either screaming or crying at you or calling you names. Then I think the message is lost.
I'm not going to get the message. I'm just going to feel attacked. I'm going to get all your feelings.
I'm
feeling a lot of things right now, friend.
Yes. Which is why I think it's important. I don't do this, but it's important to like take a breather before you
girl, that's been my best friend this last year.
Really?
Girl. Oh yeah. Oh man, I've done so much breathing. So much breathing. And I honestly think like I've grown emotionally because I don't react to everything.
Really?
Yeah, not everything needs a reaction.
It doesn't.
I think that's emotional intelligence right there. Especially like if you think about like, let's say you and I have an altercation, right? And you're running your mouth, like complaining, and then you're like, I don't care though. Like, I thank God I don't care. It's not important to me. But then you're telling Marco, but then you're telling this person, and you're telling this person, but I don't care.
Damn.
Right. Are we sure?
So are you sure you don't care?
Interesting.
Versus the other person, they don't say anything about it. Who do you think really cares?
Man.
And I think that's part of being emotionally intelligent is also like not everybody needs to know your feelings and emotions.
That is very true. I am the worst person to ask that question to or to talk about this with because I do lead with emotion. And not because like I feel like, oh, I'm just always so, like sensitive. I am sensitive, but like, oh, this and that, I'm a woman. I really just feel like I don't know how to control myself. Like with my husband, like I've been working on it. Lord Jesus knows I've been working on it. But like sometimes I will just snap and I'm just like, oh my God, take it back a step. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to ever be like disrespectful. I don't ever want to come off a certain way to anybody, but especially to him. Like I love him, but I'm just like, ooh, like I am so emotionally not well sometimes. And it's like the smallest thing can trigger me or I say something that's out of pocket. And I think that shows like truly like a shitty character out of me. And I think that no response is the best response. My best friend always says that to me. He goes, no response is a response. It's the best response. And I'm just like, hey, I'm not mad at that, babe.
But it is easier said than done.
It is so much easier said than done. Yeah.
And I think so two things. One, I think the only way to really like fight without reacting and getting yourself to remember that is like, is this going to matter in 5 years? And number two is, do I want to give you the glorification or the honor of seeing me upset? Do I want to give that to you? No.
But sometimes I just want to talk shit.
I mean, I get.
I'm the worst. Don't listen to me. Like, literally, do not take my advice. I'm the actual worst person when it comes to that. Like,
this is why I think burn books should probably come back.
Bird flu?
Burn books. Like, have a journal and talk all your shit in talk all your shit in a journal.
Yeah.
Just talk, or like low key, if you're gonna talk shit, don't do it on social media. Don't do it in a text message. Yeah. Just do it face to face. Real old school. You can't screenshot it. You can't screen record it. Just say it with your chest in real life.
This is why I go to therapy, because I'm gonna be so for real and so vulnerable right now, but like, I'm the worst. Like, we at work have a text line, right? Where you can like text us or whatever.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm psycho though when I look up people's info, because I have a site that one of my friends gave me, and I look people up, and then I start calling them by their first name, and they were like, how do you know my name? It's like amazing. But my thing behind that too is, though, just because you've got Twitter fingers, you've got a platform, or we have a platform at work where like you think you can say whatever, you're entitled to think whatever you want about me. My job isn't to sit here and be like, hey, you better like me. Like, I don't care, A, and B, that's not possible. Like, that's not real. And I'm aware of those things. I'm so aware. But maybe it is a slight ego thing with me. But when people start to attack my character with either false information, or like they don't know what they're talking about and they want to just get wild with it, I like to meet them with crazy. And I mean, we laugh about it at work because like I am really funny, but we laugh about it, my response to some of these people, but like I'm showing that person that they got to me. They got this ugly side of me. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I think it's hilarious. But my best friend, for example, is like, I'm so pissed you did that. Like, you look so stupid, and it's not what you think this is. I was having a great time. I'll give an example. So somebody texted in at work on our text line and basically disrespected me after I was talking about something. It was like a stupid topic about a movie with planes or something stupid that I saw in theaters. And they're like basically saying that I should have gotten fired instead of the person that left our show. Mind you, we've been getting a lot of these though. This isn't like new or like some crazy, like every single person on the show has gotten this exact same comment. Like, it should have been you. It should have been you.
Right.
When it wasn't Radio Survivor, it was somebody not re-signing a contract.
Yeah.
Happens every day, B. Happens every day.
Yeah.
And other places, people don't re-sign. Yeah. They whatever. So then we've all been getting that. Like, we've all been getting these fucking strays at us just for nothing, for existing. So my coworker responded to them kind of being like, that was rude, and like, that's not how this works. But then here comes me, and I forgot exactly how I started this, but I was just going like off on this person, and I forgot what I was saying exactly in the beginning.
You blacked out.
In the beginning, I blacked out. I was just furious, and then they like started getting like nasty. And this is my favorite one. I've been called this twice in my head. But they said I had a big forehead, and to be honest,
oh my God, not the 5 head again.
No, but I would be so like, I'm so self-aware. So if I had a 5 head, I would like know that. I don't need anyone to tell me that, 'cause I would know. Girl, I don't see a 5 head. I'm sorry, I don't see it, and I could be wrong. But I don't see it. I asked my best friend, who's very honest. He's like, no, and I'm just like, no, like I know what I am and like what I have, and like I know my flaws before anyone else could tell me, but it's not a 5 head. Anyway, what's not the point? So then I was just like, okay, cool, keep going. And then I think like men get really offended when you start calling them like girl and stuff. So I started doing that because I was just like, yeah, girl, like it's all girl. I know it was a guy. I looked it up, and then
he's feeling spicy, girl.
And then at the end, it got not great. I forgot what he said. That I should put something on my big forehead. And I was like, I'm going to put it on my big ass, is what I told him.
Yes, fat, juicy ass.
Fat, juicy, and wet. And I was like, and then...
crooked, but you know.
He responded, he goes, the one you paid for. And I said, the one your daddy paid for.
Oh!
Like, bro, I'm going to... Like, I said some crazy shit. And like, that. It kind of ended after that. Like, I sent him a heart and stuff. And he's like, bye, senorita. And I sent him like a heart, and I was just like, but you know, at the end of the day, it's like, I guarantee you, whenever somebody speaks to you like that, right? Obviously, and a fucking, I'm not gonna call him a fake person, he's a real person.
Yeah.
But like someone who you don't know, you don't have access to, all they have is a keyboard to you.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, on my mama, that person, A, is not good looking. Sorry, that's mean. You're not good looking. You're probably not that successful. When do you see like a hot person ever doing that? Let's be for fucking real. You're probably not successful, and I can tell your breath smells from here. I can just tell. So like, am I gonna stoop to that level Because that's not a hot, cool, successful person writing that. I will put everything on that to say that is not a hot, I just like hot people, but like hot, you know what I mean? It's not like no hot. When do you see hot girls hate? You know what I mean?
Hot girls don't hate.
Period. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
real hot girl shit.
Like, that's why I was just like, I felt like very like, I mean, it was hilarious. We still talk about it. I'm like, that was funny as hell. But then I was like, all right, Paulina, chill. Like, we're not going to do that again. Because my best friend said it too. He goes, now he knows that he got the radio girl all worked up.
Yeah.
Some loser whose breath smells. And he probably smells like hot dogs. Like,
yeah. Nah, hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dog water.
That also reminds me, I think this is something you brought up a long time ago. And I think this goes with how you know you're emotionally intelligent. Ooh. It's because a lot of people will see something posted online, right? And they'll assume it's about them. Or they'll assume, they're coming for me. Mm-hmm. They're doing this. Well, one, if the shoe fits. But two, you don't always have to respond or clap back.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest problem with that assumption, with you assuming it's about you or assuming somebody's come from you, you're assuming somebody's coming from you, is this. Are you ready?
Yes.
How do you spell assume?
Make an ass out of you and me.
Period. You're making an ass out of you and me because now I'm entertaining it and now we look stupid. We too grown.
Well, think about it. If you think a post is about you, there's a lot to even unpack there. And maybe my therapist
if the shoe fits.
Yes, my therapist.
Number one.
Well, maybe we didn't talk about this in therapy. I think I talked about this with somebody else, but it's very true. It's like, first and foremost, like, why is my ego so big that I even think that's about me? Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then number two, if you think something's about you, which like, if you feel like something's about you and you're being loud about it, then honestly, like there's insecurity.
No better.
No, there's insecurity in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I was to walk in here and be like, oh my God, like I'm making this up. I'm going to say like, oh my God, like, you know, this podcast, like, you know, it's just like, you know, handling all these things is just so stressful and crazy. Whatever. I'm making this up. Right. And then you walked in here and like, let's just say like you felt like when it comes to Never Too Shy, let's just say you felt like you were really, really slacking, or like let's just say you were like not giving it like the attention that you thought you wanted to, whatever. Mm-hmm. But you felt that. I didn't say you, but I walked in and I was like, oh, it's just so stressful booking guests and getting things done and, you know, getting recordings.
And
like
I feel defense.
And you're defensive about it, and then you come at me and try to give me a list of shit that you do, whatever. But why are you feel attacked by my statement? All I'm saying is that I'm overwhelmed with doing something. I didn't walk in and say Tati, but if you felt like I do provide my value, I do the work, I do book guests, I do that, whatever, I'm doing my part. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't even think that, would you? Yeah. Would you think that was even about you? You'd be like, girl, me too. I'm stressed too. Like
facts. Period.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Let's go to the spa. No,
I need a spa day.
You know, another thing you gotta clock. I talk like the kids now. Clock it. Another thing you have to clock is other people trying to gaslight or get arousal out of you. Ooh, not arousal. You know, get a reaction from you. What's wrong with me today,
I don't know.
guys?
What's up with you, bro?
But other people where maybe their intentions are good, but it's like the people who are low-key sending you the screenshots, feeding it to see how you're going to react. Like, oh, look what this person posted. Like, what do you think it's about? Fuck if I care. I don't know. If I wanted to know, I'd follow them. Right?
Damn.
But you have to be careful because people will try to take you there just to be like, oh, they are invested. Right? You have to be emotionally intelligent to know when to recognize that. Why am I allowing other people to entertain something?
That's very true, too. That is very true.
Yeah.
It's almost like they want a reaction out of you, like you said.
They want a reaction out of you. They want entertainment out of it. And it's like, no pay-per-view over here, baby.
No. Well, especially when you got, like, a lot of shit going on. It doesn't even, like, it's not even a thought to you. Like, I don't even think there's time to entertain anything, you know? To be honest. But that's a good point, too. I feel like I'm the person, though, that, like, not in that way, but, like, with my husband, for example, like, I'll try to, like, get a reaction out of him when I'm mad. I'll be like, I'll just talk shit for 5 seconds just to, like, get a reaction. He goes, you're not getting a reaction out of me. And I'm like, oh, all right, boss. You're not getting a reaction. But he's like, because he's very emotionally intelligent. And I'm really trying to get there.
Yeah.
But, no, I hear you. People will test you.
So what are your thoughts on this, Marco, as far as like the logic versus emotion, being emotionally intelligent?
I mean, I think it's difficult because as someone who's very logical, it took me a while to get emotionally intelligent. And I think that what happened when I met my wife and everything else. And she really brought that out of me. But I think that typically I disagree with the sentiment that men aren't emotional. Because I feel like men are some of the most emotional people I've ever met.
Men are very sensitive.
Yeah.
You guys just don't show it the way we do, but you guys are very sensitive.
Guys have very like fragile egos. And
very.
Also, like, I think guys, I always say this all the time, like, the best team members that I've ever had are girls and gay guys. Because straight men are just, like,
They're awful.
They're awful. They backstab you. They'll talk shit. But
women get the rep for these things. That's so funny to me.
Yeah, women get the rep between each other. I think women get the rep between, like, within women. Like, women get the rep of being like that within women. So, but yeah, no, I think that emotional intelligence is very, very difficult for the common person to get. I think talking about what Paulina said with the random dude talking shit on the radio, I find that thing hilarious. Like, when I still have, like, a lot of my college friends on social media. And so when I see them like on Twitter, like, or Instagram, like talking shit in like celebrities' comments or like politicians' comments, or like
it's so weird,
or like replying to people on Twitter, like, brr, 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 brr. I was like, bro, they're not gonna see this. Like,
no, they're not.
And like, why are you doing this? Like,
it's sad, and not sad because of like what they're saying, but it's sad because like, are you like lacking attention somewhere?
It's like cringy to me because
it's very cringe.
It's like, bro, or like guys who like put heart emojis like under celebrities,
thirst traps.
It's like, okay, bro,
she doesn't see you, bro.
Yeah, Billie Eilish is not gonna like talk to you. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do.
I think about that a lot.
I just think it's weird. I don't know if I'm like weird be not doing it, but it's just weird.
No, you're quite normal. Because
it's just like, but it feels like a lot of people, even like the shit talking online part is funny to me, that like they just shit talk random people or like celebrities or like influencers. And it's like, bro, but the whole influencer thing is the whole other thing I talk about. Like, people wanting to be an influencer, like, okay, no one cares about your life. But like, I don't care that you woke up and like you had a coffee and you went to work and you went type for 8 hours.
It's weird and wild, but people love to watch that stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not the demo, but people love it.
I'm definitely not the demo because I'm be like, okay, I usually just like scroll. But yeah, I think emotional intelligence is difficult for guys to get. And I think women get a bad rep. Women are very logical. I think it's just that sometimes things get under your skin.
Yep. And I think it takes like that one time for a woman to like get emotional and react. Even though she's been logical so many times, it takes that one time, I think, to get out of character where they're like, oh, you see, she's a woman. There it is.
Because look at like what people say about like trompitas, right? Like what happened, I don't know if you guys saw with the Ukrainian president and the meeting, right, where they're like yelling at each other, and the Ukrainian president's just kind of like chilling there, and like Vance and Trump are yelling at him, and they're like, okay, and they said that Hillary would be too emotional.
Yeah,
and it's
of course
like,
she would. Yeah, she's a woman. She'd be more emotional.
It's like these guys are fucking.
Oh, Trump is so sensitive and so emotional. And he's sensitive as hell because he even likes to like poke jabs at people. Like he doesn't care.
I have the best of everything. I'm the best of all of it. And it's like, all right, bro. Well.
I'm just like, how is this real?
I also, going back to thinking about men, it's like when you said they're very, what's the word you said?
Emotional, catty.
No, I think they care about how
their ego?
Yeah, their ego.
Yeah, definitely.
I think, like, for example, if a man is heartbroken or if a man feels like something's not right, like, I need to talk about it with somebody. Yeah. They're not quick to let me talk to my homeboy. They're not quick to talk to another man because it's a sense of like ego and like, damn, I don't want him to see me.
Yeah, it's like for us, I think, or at least the way that I think about it a lot of times. And I don't think I would do well in therapy because I always tell Lucy, I'm like, I don't think I'd have anything to talk about with the therapist. Mm-hmm. But it's always like, there's no one, at least for my mind, and a lot of men feel like this, there's no one that's going to like save us or do anything. Mm-hmm. And like, we have our own demons already. Why am I going to tell you my shit when you got your own shit going on, kind of? And it's funny because like one of my my cousin was also like one of my close friends. Every time like we check up on each other, we literally say the same two words, like, you good? Yeah, I'm good. And that's it. Mm-hmm. Like, that's our checking up on each other.
Oh, wow.
And like, we can have conversations like in person, everything else, mm-hmm. if like it wants to get deep and everything. But I think it's just for guys, it's much more difficult to open up. For like women, mm-hmm. you guys open up much more easily, I think. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes opening up more easily for women leads to also more women having issues with other women sometimes. Mm-hmm. We're like,
yeah, because sometimes you open up to the wrong people.
Exactly.
Or you confide in the wrong people.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like a loyalty thing too. Going back to this men thing, I'm so intrigued.
Not cool.
There are men who will say, I will never show emotion again the way I did with women or a woman because it was used against me. Like I was seen as too sensitive.
Too weak. Yeah.
Too weak. Or like, oh my God, how is he supposed to lead if he's like always sharing how he feels? He has too many feelings. And that's why a lot of men like kind of close themselves off to like showing that. Or like men are, I think, classic, like they get heartbroken once and then they're like, never again.
Over.
I'm never going to show this. Yeah. Whereas I think women are more open to rebuilding and starting from scratch. But I think it's because, and this is hot take, I think most people will agree, the way men and women handle like breakups are completely different. Like the grieving process. Yeah. Not everybody, okay, hot take, it's not everybody, but most of the time, men will be quick to like, all right, I'm going to keep busy, get it out of my system, whatever, and then later feel it. Versus women will allow themselves to go through the emotions, feel the things, have your wine night with the girls and cry about it, go write in your journal, go to a spa day, cry yourself to sleep, and then eventually you're crying less every day. And then you're healing. And really, what is healing? It's like believing in positive thinking, recognizing where there's hurt, where there's pain, and just recognizing it every day enough that today it doesn't hurt as much. Oh, it doesn't hurt as much today. To a point where you're no longer angry. You could look at the person and be like, oh, I'm good. Versus, oh my God, I can't even see his picture. Right?
Right.
And I think that's something that like men and women don't maybe heal the same.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
And I don't even know if that's like emotional intelligence. I just think it's the way they handle.
Well, it's also like societal, like,
Yeah.
Think about your rom-coms. Like every rom-com you have, the woman is the one that's heartbroken going through everything else. And the guy's just kind of supposed to be like, okay, cool, bye. So like society has always told us that we should act a certain way. And once we get to the age of being with a partner, that's what the partner expects. Like most women are expecting what they've seen their whole lives and not expecting for this. Or most women want the guy who's, like strong and is not emotional or not like kind of like that, even if you don't. Like, yeah, some people do want you to open up, but I think it takes a lot for guys to open up. And I think it's natural nowadays, but hopefully it changes. Who knows? Maybe we're the next generation of emotional men.
I wish.
So I feel like we could end with my tricky or trifling.
I can't wait for this one.
We love tricky or trifling, y'all.
Trifle.
Okay, so we're talking about logic versus emotion in men. So there's a man, and this man typically is not a man that gets his ruffles feathers ruffled, right?
Yeah.
He's a very calm man. He's very logical. He doesn't let his emotions take over him. Okay. So this man was dating a girl for a few months. Like 6-7 months. Okay. And there was a point in time where she kind of went ghost for like a little bit, but then she came back like nothing. And he felt a little uneasy, right? Something didn't feel right. According to him, his gut was talking to him. Okay. But because he's a logical man, he does not act without evidence. Okay. So he sat the girl down and explained like, is everything good? Like something feels off. I saw something. Let's talk about it. And she was defensive, and she said, I could give you all my passwords right now. You could check my passwords. And he said, no, like, I'm not that kind of guy.
Wow.
He went home. He sat on it. He thought about it. The next day, he asked the girl, is that offer still on the table? And then she said, what? Is the offer on the table for me to get your passwords? You're right. If I'm going to have this feeling that something's uneasy and you're assuring me it's not, me seeing that there's nothing, having evidence that my gut feeling is just a feeling and it's not truth, then we'll be fine. She retracts. She's like, no, you can't have my passwords.
Wow.
Is this a tricky or trifling scenario?
Trifling.
On who?
On the girl.
Okay.
The girl's trifling. That's crazy. Like, whatever. I always say go through my shit because you're gonna find like some saved TikTok videos of I don't know some fucking baby food to make. Like you're gonna find like my phone will not make anyone like it'll make you do nothing. Like I give nothing because I'm just like well, you're gonna find nothing in my phone. So that's why I'm very lenient with it. Like my husband and I were married though we're not dating, but we're married. I have his password. He has mine. Now, do I believe in a little quality check here and there? I do. Like sometimes when he's in the shower, I'll take a little peek. And it's not because I'm going to find something. I know I'm not. Sometimes I'll be like, what are you and your boys talking about today? Like I'm a fucking loser. I'm a loser. And I do that. And I don't know if he does it to mine. He's never told. I mean, I admit it to him that I have because he's been like, I know you went through it. Like it wasn't like this when I left. And I'm just like, I didn't do shit. But I was like, I'm not going to lie. So I was like, yeah, I did. But like, I'm like, I just looked. Like, there's nothing I'm gonna find. If I do, I'm gonna find it. People go, oh, you're gonna always find something. You're gonna find something. Like if you go looking, maybe. But I'm never gonna find anything that's gonna make me leave my marriage. I mean, if I do, that's a whole other conversation. But him, like, I don't know, talking about gambling with friends isn't going to make me leave my marriage. Right. So I don't know. And then he has my passwords. I don't care. I mean, my phone password, but like Instagram and all that too. Like I don't care. Like go in it. But I also like, again, I have nothing to hide. Right. Again, you're going to find like me talking to my girls. Like you're going to find my work thread. You're going to find absolutely nothing. Like you're going to be so bored and so underwhelmed that you will probably leave me because you're so bored.
That's so funny. Because I think like old girl tried to call him on his bluff by saying you could have my password because she knows what kind of man
he is
because he's rational, he's logical. He's not one to raise his voice. He's like, listen, I have a feel. Like he was very vocal.
The fact that he was calm,
I have a feeling.
Yes, by saying that,
can we talk about it?
Because I wouldn't be that calm.
And she was quick to say, here, you could have my password. I wonder if that first time when she said you could have my password and he said, okay, give me your phone, I wonder how it would have turned out.
Oh, she would have gaslit him. Oh, you don't trust me?
Right.
Like, sorry. That's
you
how I
offered?
feel.
Why did you offer?
I just feel like, if you're going to play that game, then, like, you got to pass that phone over. Like,
and I think that's an example of a woman thinking with her emotions and not logically. Like, hold on, let me think this through. Hold on, okay. Let me come clean about something. Because, like, let's be real. If you know you got something in that phone, do you really want him to look in the phone and see that and probably other stuff where you could just, okay, a little shady, I'm sorry. I'm a little trifling. When you could just say one thing that you're like, actually, yeah, it's this one thing. Instead of him opening your phone and seeing it's 7.
Damn, Tati.
Wow, girl.
No, I'm just saying.
At that point,
that's logical if you ask me.
I don't
give him one thing to reassure that he's not crazy. You know what? Let's talk about it. You want to talk about it? Let's have an emotionally intelligent conversation.
But when somebody switches up on you, like that's when you already know, like
100%.
Something's going down.
Yeah,
and I'm no relationship expert by any means at all.
I'm not in a relationship,
and I'm no expert. I hear you, but I just feel like. And I know relationships can be tricky and complicated. I'm not saying that they're all rainbows and sunshine. They are not. But if you already are doing some trifling shit, like you really should reconsider, like if this is where you want to be. That's I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Again, they can be complicated. Sometimes people have their own arrangements. I'm not saying what's right or wrong. Do what works for your relationship. But all I'm saying is, if you feel like you don't want to be in this relationship, like I feel like just be honest, or just say how you're feeling. Like
that's
before you
emotionally intelligent.
I would
think
to do.
I
mean, absolutely,
coming back around. Look at that.
Look at that full circle. But hot take. I think if you're married, you should be able to have each other's passwords. Just cause, not like okay, switch. Weekly switch. No, I think it shouldn't be like anxiety. I think like, okay, we have each other's passwords. So what? Because if you're married, I would hope
you better
that you feel that security with your partner.
100%.
But I think if you're just starting to date, you do not need my password.
No,
you don't.
Okay, what if your partner, you've been dating for 6 months and your partner goes, hey, can I see your phone?
Yeah, I don't think so like, I think with like, what do you mean? Like see my phone? Hold on.
Like they're feeling like something's off. They're like
6 months? Nah.
A year? Well, when the fuck can they see your phone?
When we are officially serious.
Ring.
When we're officially boyfriend and girlfriend, yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. Because again, if I'm going to be in a relationship, I'm going to be in a relationship.
You're in it, yeah.
I'm going to be loyal. But
100%.
like, if we're just talking, you don't need to see my phone.
Well, no, talking is fucking weird. I'd be like, sir, what? What did you say? Are you like actually okay?
Yeah.
For even asking me that?
Yeah.
That is wild. What's your take on trifling?
Tricky or trifling?
Yeah.
How do you
I think it's trifling. I think what's funny, like the way that what came to mind when you guys were talking about this was the people who like air it out on social media.
Oh,
I think that's kind of hilarious because like low key, it's like your own little like HGTV or whatever the fucking BET's Bravo drama show.
It's drama.
Where that's kind of funny, but no, it's definitely. I think it's definitely trifling.
Yeah.
And like I mean, that girl, kudos to you, but hopefully that guy left, you know? Hopefully that guy got out of that situation.
Seems like he's a good guy. I don't know these people.
Yeah, it seems like he's cool, but
it seems like he's a cool guy.
Doesn't seem like she's cool.
Like she's obviously on some other shit, but like again, like then don't stay in the relationship. I know that's easier said than done. I'm not saying you can just get up and walk away, but like if you're hiding something or there's something going on where you're acting different. I'm not talking about like that person's just stressed, tired. Like that could also happen, right? In a relationship, like you're acting different because like there's a lot literally going on with you, 100%. Sure. But
if it's making you feel uneasy, if it's causing discomfort,
you know, as people, I think men and women, but especially women, like we know.
Gut feeling, intuition is real. It's a sign of God. I don't know if you believe in God. I believe in God, and that is God. And my God says, if I want you to see something, you gonna see it.
I'm gonna tell
Facts.
you.
I'm gonna show you, sis.
Everything comes to light.
Here it is. Yep.
Everything done in the dark
Put
comes to the light.
Put your glasses on because it's coming to light.
To light.
All right, close it with your chest, producer Marco.
Close it.
It's always so like what I had in mind does not go with our conversation. But
oh my God.
I'm gonna say close it with your chest is do the hard things because doing the hard things voluntarily makes the hard things that are involuntary in your life easier.
That's good.
That was a very logical thing to say.
I know.
Very logical.
I'm a logical man, I know, but yeah, do the hard things. Shut up. No one's gonna save you. Get back to work. All that stuff. Kim
Women just
Kardashian.
need
Yes, get up and work.
Get up and work. No one works anymore.
Stop being emotional. Just go work.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for closing
Absolutely.
out with your chest. We appreciate that. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Fun announcement coming soon.
Yes, very soon. We want to see you somewhere.
Next episode soon.
We want to see yo booty somewhere. So
in April.
Yes, look out for that. And follow us on social at Paulina Rowe.
At Talk with Tati.
And at Never Too Shy Pod. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.